So it's a goose on that.
Got a wee party of cows for me this morning.
There we are, we can.
What a beast!
There we go, that's all already done.
Coos knocked you over.
Yes, we're stuck.
Morning, Holly!
Paul.
Good morning, good morning. We're just creeping up to 6,000, so maybe we can do it in this video. If everyone watching who's not subscribed goes and clicks subscribe, we'd get there. Anyway, just grabbing a couple of buckets of feed to head along to the Highlanders. Grub for the sheep and the Highlanders. Question of the day, dogs or cats? You can probably tell my answer. Sit there. Or anything else. Hamsters, gerbils, parrot. You won't have seen the big man for a while. Hey, he's doing fine. The first of his calves are due in about 2 days, so that'll be interesting to see what kind of nick they're in, see what size they are, what shape they are. Kev's got the grubbers along, so this is the rower, the packer on the back of the grubbers. It got built a couple of years ago and it's a bit weak. We need to strengthen it, so that's why I've brought the grubber along the road. Just getting wired in about this roller. Kev's just grinding off the old brackets that are needing welded and reinforced, and then I'm going to go and the plasma cutter's been a bit dodgy, so I need to get that sorted. See Kev's grinding there. Right, I'll leave Kev there. I'm going to have a look at the top link that mounts from that point there onto the packer, because we're going to mount a ram into it, because what happens when it gets sticky, the packer binds up with soil. That's what's caused the metal to fail, because it packs up with soil and it's really heavy. So what we're going to do is take the top link here, and we've not got any long rams kicking about, but we'll just put a short one in and weld it in somewhere in there. This is our spare ram pile. Is this one big enough, heavy enough? This one, oh, that one's broken. That one's goosed. This one is twin acting, but it's quite a small ram. Just going to plug this old one in and check it all works fine. Works fine enough, but yeah. This is working, but we've concluded it's not going to be big enough. Unplug this. Right, I'm going to yard number 2 to see if there's a ram off of an old set of harrows. So I need an adjustable hammer, and actually I need two adjustable hammers. There's another one. It is single acting. I want a double acting one. These have not been used in a while. Anyone wants an old twin leg subsoiler? It's going cheap. No one got the guess of what song I played yesterday with the 0.1 or 0.2 of a second, so I'm going to add a wee bit more on. So here it is now, and again. One more time. So have a guess again. Tomorrow's clue. If no one gets it today again, I won't add a bit of music on. What I do, I'll give you a clue. I'll give you the nationality. So there is a few things kicking about at yard number 3, and we contract that yard, so they're not actually ours. So there's a few rams, and I phoned up, and he's laid a couple out that might be suitable. So I'm going to have a go and have a look. That should be ideal.
So it's a goose on that.
One down. Getting the fitting sorted out for the ram we got, because one, we need to test the ram, and 2, basically the top of the ram will be mounted from there, so we need to run pipes from here to the spool valves. So I'm just going to measure the distance. Right, we've got new fittings on this. Well, the right fittings to fit pipes onto it, which we had lying about. Ideal. So we can now go and test this. First, actually, we need to go and change that. It's got, I don't know why that's like that. That kind of looks like it's been ground off on purpose. What would be the reason for that? Anyone know? Anyway, we're just going to change that. We've got plenty of fittings kicking about. We've got a new barnet. Anyway, back to that ram. Right, we've got this big chunk of H-beam, I-beam, whatever you call it. I'm needing to cut off this strip, so hopefully the plasma cutter will cut that, no bother. There's not much finesse to it. We're just chucking heavy metal at a piece of metal that's broken, seeing what the outcome is. A wee fire. It looks atrocious, but anyway. Once you get it going, good. It's really nice. But things like that, I don't do enough plasma cutting to kind of get the hang of it. Anyway, I don't know how detached this actually is, so there you go. Nice, horrible. Right, we're all set up to weld here. Forklift's there because it had a bit of a bow in it, so it's now straight. I'm just going to tack it into place, take the forklift away. That's isolated, so there's no grounding to the forklift. Kids brought their welder around. Get this all tacked up. Get this bracket. This needs to be mounted onto there once we've got this on. You should chop a bit out, mount that in, and then see what happens. It's pretty rough, but look, it'll do the job. Just off the phone with the vet. There's my notepad on the forks. Long story short, 2 of the catheter beads have come back positive for Yoni's, which is a bit annoying, frustrating. It's not the end of the world. It's not, basically it's a kind of muscle wasting disease that gets skitters and whatnot and start fading away. I think that's right. I'm right in saying that, but that's kind of longish term. So they're fine to have their calves, rear their calves as long as they're not showing signs, and then basically we want to get them away when we can get value for them, which will be now, before they start wasting away. They might not do it for years, they might do it immediately. It's one of those things. Anyway, I'm about to get the tag numbers of which ones they are, so I hope they're the ones, I hope they're either wild ones I don't like or old ones who are towards the end of their lives. Not to worry, it's not Holly. It is, the first one is a wee black one in the corner. Yeah, so she has Yoni's. She was one of the least favourites, to be honest. She is like a racehorse. She jumps fences. I'm looking for 365, who's one of last year's batch. This is her, 365. Oh, I actually quite like that cow. Good cow. Lovely cow, actually. Bit of a shame. I mean, we're allowed to keep them. We can run them, keep having calves off them, but basically the cows won't spread Yoni's between themselves, but they'll pass it on to the calves, which is fine if you're not breeding from them, which we won't be breeding from the calves. So I think we're better off just now just easing out all these wee things and keeping on top of them rather than just letting it kind of run riot. You never know what we end up doing in the future. We might keep heifers on to breed with, so if we keep on top of it now, it won't be an issue. Getting there now. We're just filling in a groove. There's a bit of a gap. It's too wide to weld. Well, my capabilities anyway. So we're filling it in with a bit of metal. Kev's just grinding the top off it, and then we can weld across it. Give us a bit of a bridge. I don't know if that's a bag or whether the tip of her tail's white. Is that tail or bag? Ah, it's tail. It's tail. Getting excited there. I thought we were going to have another calf coming. Shouldn't be long now. Another couple of days. Made a bit of progress on that roller, but back to it tomorrow. I've also goosed that clamp that was plasma cutting next to, because it's all plastic components and they've all melted. Smashing. Anyway, that's that. Maybe some cow action tonight. Nah, I don't think so actually. Maybe tomorrow, the next day. I don't think there'll be anything calf tonight, but time will tell. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Needing a wash. It'll look clean from that angle.